everyone, and welcome to Thorough Newspaper Analysis, which is brought to you by LawSeco. So today we will be discussing only one article, which is from the Indian Express, and the title of this article is "In Australia versus Facebook: Issues Affecting Media Everywhere." So this article is basically talking about the recent bans and restrictions that Australia has put up on Facebook on making its any kind of advertisements or proposing any media or news-related items on Facebook. So what impact does it have on the entire culture of the media in the whole world has been discussed in this article. And secondly, we have the news in flash column. So if you're preparing for judicial services examination, you can have a look at the Lord of the Courses, which is the judiciary transcript course from LawSeco. The link to this course is available in the description box below, and you can download free study material as well. Also, we have a very amazing course for CLAT, which is also very pocket friendly. You can have a look at this too if you're preparing for this CLAT examination 2021. Also, you can have a look at our other courses, which has been recently introduced for the limited insolvency examination by IBBI. If you're preparing for this examination, you can definitely enroll yourself over here too. So this is a multiple choice question from yesterday's discussion. Which city of India has won the global tree city status? Your options are Chennai, Hyderabad, Coimbatore, or Paradeep. You can write down your answer in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who are also preparing for similar law exams. This is the descriptive question for the day. Discuss how can technology help the nations of the world to come together and deal with an issue as a one unit. So here you can discuss as to how technology brings all the nations and brings the geopolitical system together. Also, this newspaper analysis and various other current affairs and preparation related stuff will now be uploaded on our sister channel, which is for the CLAT prep and current affairs. So the link of that channel will be available in the description box below. Please go and subscribe to that channel, and very shortly, all these videos will be diverted to that area, to that channel. So definitely make sure that you have subscribed to the channel. So let's start the issue that talks about the Australia versus the Facebook. Basically, Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison has launched a global diplomatic offensive to attract support for Australia's proposed law to force internet giants pay media companies for news content published on their platforms. Basically, first thing that we need to understand is that what do we mean by a global diplomatic offensive? So by global, definitely we mean that involves various nations, that is at the world level or the global level. By diplomatic offensive, we mean that by means of diplomatic powers, which means that we're not including any kind of war or army or artillery over here. It has to be done through diplomatic powers. By diplomatic means, we need to create an offensive. That is, we need to raise a voice against something. Now, what is that something over here? Basically, this global diplomatic offensive has been launched by Australia's Prime Minister to attract support for Australia's proposed law. And what is this proposed law? To force the internet giants like Google and Facebook to pay the media companies for news content published on their platforms. See, whoever amongst you who are listening to this entire news analysis today, if you're there on Facebook, if at all, definitely you use Google. So we see that whenever we are running these sites, these media giants, like for example, if you're using a Facebook, there are a lot of pages and there are a lot of channels on that particular channels, as in there are a lot of platforms on Facebook and Google itself that bring up the various news articles that are going on. Now, who ultimately brings these news articles? Definitely, it is the media houses. Like, for example, in India, we have the ABP News, Z News, NDTV News, and various other channels like that. So it is the hard work of these news channels that they bring these news articles and all the news and current happenings in front of the people. But when these things are shared by means of Facebook and Google and such other tech giants, by tech giants, we simply mean the giant companies which work in the direction of technology. So when these tech giants, they also propose and they also propagate these news articles, so definitely the viewership of this particular tech giant increases. But ultimately, what is being watched? These news items are watched on these channels. So that is why it makes sense that the media companies are paid for the news content of which has been actually which had been originally made by these media companies, but is being propagated on the platforms like Google and Facebook. And that is why such big companies like Google and Facebook should be paying some amount of their income which they have risen or which they have raised from this particular news things that they are proposing and they're propagating on their platforms. So this is the proposed law, which is called as the News Media and Digital Platforms Mandatory Bargaining Code Bill 2020, which basically has two important points. Firstly, it mandates a bargaining code to force Google and Facebook to compensate media companies for using their content. So as now, I hope you have the clear idea that the content actually belongs to the media companies. It is their hard work and their intellectual property that they bring such content on the public forum. And it is the Google and Facebook which propagate and which forward and which use this content ultimately, and that is why they earn a lot when people stick to Google and Facebook viewing the content which was originally made by the media companies. And that is why it mandates a bargaining code to force Google and Facebook to compensate media companies for using their content. Secondly, it sets a precedent in regulating the social media across the geographies. So obviously, now when Google and Facebook will have to pay for the kind of content they are proposing on their platforms, definitely they will keep an eye as to what content is going on their platforms, because they know that they will be ultimately paying up for that. So definitely it will help in regulating the social media. And yes, it can be a positive regulation here, because anything which now Facebook and Google would find that it is something not good, like it is a hate speech, it is some kind of content which is not good for public morality, or it is obscene in nature. So that particular content would not be allowed by Facebook and Google. Because see, I'll give you an example of this. For example, if you're buying something, so in that case, you will make sure that the quality is up to mark. If you're buying, let's say you're buying a particular jeans, so you will make sure that jeans is comfortable, it is made up of good stuff, it belongs to a good company, it is reliable, it is comfortable, and it looks good as well. So all these things you'll keep in mind, because you're investing your money in that particular pair of jeans. But if at all there is an offer that you can avail a pair of jeans free of cost, so definitely you will be compromising. You can compromise on a various things, that maybe it is not so comfortable, but it's okay, since I'm getting it for free, it's fine. Maybe the color is not something that I like a lot, but fine, it's free of cost, so I'll buy it. This makes the difference, that when you have to pay up for something, you need to pay for a particular thing, you are very cautious and careful as to what you are paying for. But when you're getting free of cost, then many times we become reluctant to check the quality of that particular thing. And same is the case over here as well, that how the social media can be regulated in a positive sense here, that now since Google and Facebook will have to pay up for the kind of content that they are proposing and propagating on their platforms, so they will be more careful and cautious as to what kind of content is going on their platforms. So this will definitely help in the positive regulation of the social media. But the immediate reaction that has come up with is with the problem of this word force. Definitely, Google has signed a deal over here with Rupert Murdoch News Corporation, and the Facebook retaliated the news blackout and reportedly removed posts from some emergency services. Now, the very problem over here is that it is forcing. Now, here are the core issue that we'll study over here, and let's see that what are the actions. Before that, let's see what are the actions that other countries have taken in this direction. So both techs aim to formalize payment pacts with news outlets. So now they are somehow, like Facebook and Google, both are getting at peace with the point that they would formalize the payment deals with the news outlets. Like Facebook plans to launch its news tab feature. So it is thinking it all together, it will have a different news tab feature, which is available in US since 2019 already, which is available and in UK with tie-ups with news agencies. And Google is rolling out its news offering platform, Google News Showcase. So they are like proposing altogether different wings of their platforms, which will specifically deal with the news outlets. And it also said that it will pay news publications in France. But here comes the core issue, that unlike the European laws which already are existent, which linked the payments to copyrights without putting a forcing device on the agreements. So here there is just a copyright issue, and thus the Facebook and Google only pay for the copyrights. But here, according to the Australian law, it is focused on bargaining power of the news outlets with coercive features. So here every news outlet will be, it is set open to bargain as per its whims and fancies. and which will actually put up various kinds of coercive features. It will be like forceful thing, which definitely, in the long run, it is not going to be very fruitful, because if it is forceful and not a deal that both have come at with consensus, definitely it's not going to be very fruitful. And if we talk about the relevant data in India, there are 300 million users of online news sites, portals, and aggregators in the country. That is approximately 46% of the internet users and 77% of smartphone users in India in 2019 are there. So, which is a huge number, and that is why any such policy, if at all is brought in India, will definitely be a matter of public policy in the long run. Then India is the second largest online news consuming nation after China. So this also, and it is also an important fact for a prelims exam. So please keep in mind that it is after China, and in the times of 2013 to 14, India was the largest internet consumer. But now, if we talk about the news, online news consumption, so it is second after China. And then digital advertising spends in India grew 24% in 2019 to 27,900 crore rupees and is expected to reach even a greater value of 51,000 crore rupees approximately by 2022. So that definitely India also is a big stakeholder in this direction. With this, let's see what do we have for news in flash today. Indian American behind NASA rover Mars landings. Now, as we know that NASA's Perseverance rover has been, it has taken a landing on the Mars. So who is behind this particular great mission? So Indian American scientist Swati Mohan leads the guidance, navigation and control operations of the NASA's Mars 2020 mission and was the first to confirm the landing. So the significance of the mission is that this is a huge $2.7 billion robotic explorer called as Perseverance, and it carries scientific tools that will bring advanced capabilities to the search for life at Mars. So this is how it would be looking. And this is very important. As we know, from UAE, we have HOPE, which is the Mars mission of UAE. From China, we have the Tianwen-1. And from America, that is USA, NASA, we have the Perseverance rover. So these should be kept in mind. Secondly, Modi launches slew of infrastructure projects in Kerala. So infrastructure projects include a 2,000 megawatt Pangalore-Thrissur high voltage direct current power transmission corridor, a 50 megawatt solar power in Kasargod, and 75 million liters a day water treatment plant at Aruvikara, which is there in Thiruvananthapuram. Then 2 smart city missions in the capital worth rupees 427 crores, 37 kilometers smart road project, and integrated command and control center at the city corporation. So you don't need to remember the exact values of the all these projects. Just that these infrastructure projects are growing up in the state of Kerala. Thirdly, International Mother Language Day, which is on 21st February. So to recognize the languages and multilingualism can advance inclusion, and the Sustainable Development Goals focus on leaving no one behind. So in 2021, a call on policymakers, educators and teachers, parents and families were there to scale up their commitment to multilingual education and inclusion in education to advance education recovery in the context of COVID-19. And even in the new education policy also, there is a mention of teachings in the mother language or the mother tongue of a particular area or a particular sect. And even the Constitution of India, under Article 350A, it provides for this particular thing that in the linguistic minorities or in such areas as well, mother tongue should be taught more vehemently. So this was all for the day. We hope it was a good session for you. Do remember to subscribe to our sister channel, which is the CLAT Prep and Current Affairs channel, the link to which will be there in the description box below, for such updates to come up in future, because as I mentioned, we'll be continuing with all these sessions on that platform in the coming future. So also you can visit our website for any other kind of information. Thank you so much.